So yes people, welcome back to another video here on the J&M Football channel. So unless you've been living under a rock or you've just been avoiding social media for the last few weeks, you would have heard of the new series on Netflix called Squid Game. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about this series and why it's similar to the footballing world, and also why footballers should actually watch this series. So sit back, enjoy, smash the like button and let's get into it. So before I actually get into the video, for anyone who hasn't seen this series, I'm just going to go over it really quickly without trying to ruin it in case you want to watch it in the future. So basically it's a game where there's a big money prize at the end. They start with 500 players and each round they play these really simple games basically, but if you fail at that game you get shot or you get killed basically. So at the start there's 500 players and every round obviously only a certain of players go through to the next round, the other players all die, get shot, killed, whatever. At the end of the whole game there can only be one winner who wins the big amount of cash or money. But each round there's less and less people, the game's always different, they're all like marble games, like so random, like kid games, really basic games, and this game is run by like a bunch of rich people, and then at the end obviously there can only be one winner and then he takes all the money. So basically, without ruining it, that's what the series is about. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about how this sort of series or film or idea or style of game is similar to how football works. So basically this is what I thought of when I was watching this series. At the start when you get involved in football, so if that's Sunday League, youth team, academy team, whatever, there's loads of people you know, there's loads of you. So say for example you join a club at under 13s, there's probably hundreds of kids your age who are playing at that club. They've got like A team, B team, C team, D team, whatever. So there's a whole bunch of you playing football because you all enjoy it, you all like it, and you just want to have fun and play with your mates. So say a year later you go back to the club and play again, but you realise there's less of you. Some boys or girls quit, they weren't enjoying it, they want to try other sports, they just didn't have time for it, their parents couldn't take them, whatever the reason, there's less of you than there was last year. And then a year on later, again it's exactly the same thing, there's less of you every single year as you move up in the age groups. There's also another thing, you realise every year you move up in the age groups, every player there is getting better and better, so that means it's becoming more difficult for you to stand out and be the best player there. So every year there's less of you, there's less people playing, and the competition is becoming stronger. When you get to that age like 16, 17, 18, 19, you get people chasing this as a career, so people are taking it really seriously and they want to reach the highest level they possibly can in football and make a career out of it. And if you're playing at that age, it's probably in your mind as well that, oh, I could actually make something out of this, I could make a short career, I could make a bit of money. So by this time the competition's really strong, all you guys there are really strong minded and focused on your end goals of becoming a professional footballer. And again, as the years have gone on, there's less and less of you there, but the competition is getting stronger every year, and the people left who are really strong-minded and focused on the end goal of becoming a professional footballer. Just like in the series, every round there's less and less people, the competition is becoming stronger because the weaker players are getting taken out of the game or killed, and as the people are getting nearer to that cash prize at the end, people are becoming more focused and they're becoming more stronger mentally to stay to the end to win that big cash prize. So basically that big cash prize is that professional contract in football. Just so you understand what I'm trying to like go for here. And at the end of the day, in the series and in football, it comes down to how badly do you want it. Are you willing to do everything in order for you to reach that goal? Just like in the game, in the series, you see people having to like kill each other, push each other off, trick other people, like do things that maybe aren't nice, but that's going to help you reach your end goal. And again, in football, are you willing to do extras? Are you willing to work harder than everyone else in your team to give yourself the best chance of reaching your end goal of signing a professional contract? So ask yourself, how badly do you want it? And if you are watching this series, you can see in these actors or the people in the series that how badly they need and want that money. Now in the series, the main characters, like, you know their backstory and why they need the money. A lot of these people are in big debt, they owe people money, so that's their why. Like, that's why they need that money, to change their lives for good, for the better. It's the same in football. Everyone has their why. Why do you want to sign that professional contract? It might be to make your parents proud, just to make some money, to make a career, because it's been your dream since you were a young kid, because you want to have football as your career. You love football, you live football, and you want that as your career. Maybe you want to prove people wrong, a teacher wrong, people who said you should quit, old coaches. So everyone has their reason and their why of why they want to become a professional footballer or reach their goals. And that why is a really good way, or really good fuel for motivation. So in the series, you can see people using their why as, oh, I'm in debt, I need to win this money to pay off all my debt so I can live a good life. So that's why they're pushing so hard in each game. It's the same in football. You see these young 17, 18, 19-year-olds using their why as motivation, as fuel. So I'm training today extra hard because I want to prove my teacher that he was wrong, or I want to make my mum proud, or I want to be able to provide for my family in the future and stuff like that. So everyone has their why, and the why is a really good fuel and a way to like push yourself to work even harder. Now there's also another thing that I realised that's similar to football, is you have people who like control the game. So basically in this series, this whole game is funded and run by like really rich people who are all masked, you can't see them, but that's who the game's run by. Now unfortunately it's the same in football. Like, as a lot of you know, having talent isn't enough in football. It's who you know. You have to get a bit lucky to get seen and stuff like that. And sometimes football's not fair. Like, you could be the best player there, but because the coach knows this dad, and this dad has a son who wants to play football, he might pick that kid in front of you or instead of you because he knows his dad. So this is a big similarity between the series and football, and basically it's just proving that life isn't fair, football isn't fair. Sometimes you can be the best player there, but for some other weird reason, the coach or the scout or the agency don't pick you because they know the kid's dad, or the kid's dad's paying money, or anything. Like, it could be anything. So this is also a big similarity that just proves that you having talent and being a good player sometimes isn't enough, and sometimes you're just unlucky because the coach does have a contact with this guy's parents, or he's paying money, or he's a sponsor or something. Like, so many things can happen in football. He's the coach's son, that's another one. So yeah, like in the series and in football, there's people who run the game, and this is sometimes you can't do anything about it. Basically they have the final say because they're the people at the top. They're the people who make the decisions and make the calls. So I think that is all the things that I realised whilst watching the series, that they are similar to football. If I missed out any and you realised any, or you have your own points, please drop a comment below. I'll be interested to see what you think about the series, and if you did watch it. If you didn't watch it, or if you haven't seen it yet, 100% recommend it. Not just because of this video, but it is actually a pretty sick series, so it's quite good. So yeah, like, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit of a weird one, like comparing a Netflix series to football, but as I was watching, I was like realizing these small things, and I thought it could make a good video and that you guys could learn from this. So I hope you did. If you did, smash that like button. Helps us obviously grow. It shows YouTube that our content's good, and it just shows us that we're making good content, and we'll keep on making this sort of content in the future. So if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our future videos. If you have any questions or video ideas or anything like that, DM us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, leave a comment below, email us, whatever's easier for you. Have a good day, have a good week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.